The shift is finally happening. People are just now recognizing just how much power these independent media actors actually have. You know, power to shape our culture, power to shape our politics, and ultimately, power to shape our elections.
I mean, you're looking at like 20 million, people watching this podcast of yours, and all these young people watch you. And you made conservative cool among young people, and it definitely, in my view, had a big part to play in President Trump's success. How did I?
It's sad that it takes our country to almost be on the brink of a recession with the U.S. stock market and geopolitics in the depths for the pendulum to actually shift. Men actually realizing maybe we shouldn't champion people that we actually don't know.
Yeah, I'm voting for Trump. Trump has put his tariffs all over the things in the because of it.
Everyone loves you. And I just want to say you're a true hero for this country. I don't know how many of you guys are invested in crypto or stocks. What the is going on with our country? Guys, why am I poor?
Let's be real. Many people voted off of vibes. Not policies, not platforms, not money, not principles, just vibes. And listen, I'm not here to ride for the Democratic Party. Yes, there's been a rise of political awareness and it got a lot of people burned out. Yes, male populations have been ignored and underserved. But still, how did we get here? Sorry, it got cold, but listen, you cannot mention the shift without mentioning the names of Dave Portnoy, PBD, Andrew Schultz, Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, and DJ Academics. Don't think we forgot about you, Ac. These people help make a political candidate popular, and not popular for policy, but popular because he's funny and charming. That's dangerous. And before y'all say, oh, but look at Charlemagne. What about Charlemagne? Isn't he a Democratic puppet? Whether or not, or whether he is, at least when it comes to the Breakfast Club, there is dissenting opinions. You have Lauren LaRosa and you have other political commentators that they bring in when these guests do appear. Why? Because it's very important. They're going to try to hold the political candidate a little bit to the fire. Like, asking a little bit harder of questions. Meanwhile, when it comes to the interview that Schultz did or the interview that Joe Rogan did, where it was just a bunch of softball questions, they're trying to humanize this candidate. And although, that's a cool side to see of the political candidate, when you do it right before an election, there's some responsibility that has to be borne when you do that. And although Joe Rogan was trying to make him skate back into the lane of the question, it still was softball, and he let Trump be able to win people over without actually having to talk policy. And look, I get it. It's media. You want the ratings. It makes sense. At some point, media has to mean something. And at some point, this responsibility is bared onto the independent media agents or actors' shoulders. Independent media doesn't just get a pass because we veered away from traditional media. Let me break down actually why this matters and why, as an audience member, you should care. Right? There's 3 reasons. The first one is that they don't represent you. They don't represent their audience. If people that make over $400,000 get tax cuts, you are not the one getting it. Their audience is not the one that gets it because they're probably not the ones in that tax bracket. They are the ones that's getting it. So when government programs are being championed and being cut, that's not affecting. $4 egg prices are not going to affect Andrew Schultz, right? $4 egg prices are going to affect that audience or middle America that's watching it, that's just trying to have a laugh as they're getting from job to job, or they're getting from truck stop to truck stop, or they're getting from clock out 9 to 5. Right? Like, that's not Andrew Schultz's life. That's not PBD's life. They don't have to worry about those type of things. So when food prices go up, gas prices go up, it's only going to be affecting you. And those government programs that try to keep a normal American afloat, they don't have to rely on, right? Like, they don't need to worry that Social Security is going out and a lot of the new generation and even millennials won't be able to have access to Social Security. They don't care. And you are the one that have to deal with the economic punch while they jet off to their next location in the Maldives and Greece and going to record their next interview, right? Like, their audience is not them. They do not represent their audience. And the second reason is that their audience is kids. Let's call a spade, right? Like, most of the people on YouTube's platform is children. Most of Nelk fans are children. Most of this red pill space are children. Yes, you have younger men and older men tuning in, but a huge significant portion of their content is children. So what does that mean? Their core audiences are impressionable, less informed, younger. And I'm not saying that intelligence is age-based, but we're not going to act as if kids are not more impressionable, more trusting, more gullible, lower comprehension skills, less educated, and may put more trust into these creators. That's why we have a lot of parasocial relationships where a lot of these kids start to idolize these guys like Andrew Tate or like other people, And I use Andrew Tate as an example because it's what a lot of guys were looking up to, right? Idolize a lot of these guys that they do not know and they just find charming and funny and cunning. And these are the reasons as to why to them. So you can see that pipeline as to why it goes from their favorite creator, who does the creator like? Oh, they like this guy? All right, I'm going to ride for this guy as well. It's an easy pipeline to see, but we're not going to act as if all of these media actors are not capitalizing off of this. They are. And that's how we have red pill culture. That's how we have this echo chamber in which a lot of young boys and men fall into. Gaming culture and incel culture and red pill culture and internet culture. They got, it's conjectural analysis. There's so many different cultures intersecting into one, and you don't really know what's distinguishable. Sometimes it's not distinguishable. Media is the new religion. It is our main source of news. When we trust a creator, their opinion becomes law, even if it's objectively false. Independent creators aren't immune to the same corruption that lies within traditional media as well. In fact, they perfected it. Hate and polarization drives clicks. So when you see creators like Zerka, or when you see creators like Andrew Tate, or when you see creators like Sneeko, hate and polarization drives clicks, and clicks drive checks. So why wouldn't they fall into this trap? And why not push an agenda even if it wrecks our economy? It's going to make my pockets lined. And now we're heading into a recession as all of these creators were saying that this was going to be our freedom. It's the complete opposite. And yet all of the policy that's been talked about and it's now being implemented was talked about years ago. This was the plan. And all these creators got behind it and or did not look behind it. They didn't look behind the curtain because they didn't care to, didn't have to. It's plausible deniability. And I want to repeat, I am not for the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party does not have my heart. Reflection of our current media state and current media apparatus in which a lot of traditional media is turning into independent media. And although I champion that, we need to have some type of responsibility because this has gotten out of hand. You see the show on Netflix called Adolescence in which they're talking about incel culture. But I want to focus on this politics point because this is influencing our elections. This is influencing our ways of thinking and how we view people, how we view polarization, and how we even view, humans. Listen, Gen Z, Gen Alpha are not getting their worldview from school anymore. They're not getting it from books. They're not getting it from elders. They're getting it from creators. They're looking at clips like this.
Yeah. Oh, you dropped out too? We really, Duke, you dropped out of college, right?
I never went, gang.
So you never went, Kai dropped out, I dropped out.
Damn.
Chris dropped out.
Hey, not Davis.
Davis dropped out of high school.
And looking up to it. It's a big reason as to why you see young men kind of participation rates when it comes to college, when it comes to trade schools, and when it comes to alternative anything, they are dropping out of it. It's because they're not being told to go to school, they're not being told to work and have disciplines, and these creators are saying, don't go work that 9 to 5, don't go to school, just get money. Either inspired to go be a Kai Cenat or going to find some quick way to get money, right? Whether it's real estate and trying to find these little contracts in which, I can go sell to this person and I'll be able to make this X difference, or I'm gonna go be a trader, or I'm gonna go sell a course for drop shipping. It's quick schemes, quick Ponzi schemes to try to go get money, and they're being sold this from these type of creators, from these type of influencers. People care to talk about real stuff. Don't get it twisted. People care to talk about real stuff. It's just the fact that you need good people around. You need good creators to be able to actually get this off. I'm tired of us putting all of our energy into the select amount of creators that don't deserve it at this point. They really don't. Just think about that. I need y'all to be awake for the next shift. I think the pendulum is swinging back. I think people are starting to wake up. This rise within... And I don't even want to make it left or right, but it is a rise within right-wing agendas. And it's been superseding into young men's agendas. And I just think that it's unnecessary. You don't need to have this type of dissenting opinion. There could be more love in the world. And it's all hand on deck at this point. If we want to save our communities, we have to make sure that we are all making an individual effort. And this is just my individual effort. Let's get this video, keep going. If this video hits you, share it with some other people, share it to your stories, share it to whatever, because I think these are very important and people need to see this. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, comment your opinions of what you even think about what's going on right now, because we live in a crazy time. I mean, shoot, I'm only 20 something, and I lived through a pandemic, and now I might live through another great recession, sadly. But at the same time, opportunities and whatnot, if you have not go watched my investing video, it's very pertinent right now. It's a great time to invest within the stock market. But at the same time, what does that mean? We're going to see a lot of businesses go out. We're going to see a lot of families go homeless. We're going to see a lot of turmoil in our nation. And it's very sad. And if there's turmoil in our nation, that means there's going to be turmoil around the world. So although it is an opportunity within the markets, take the opportunity to also go invest into your communities. And if you see somebody that's less fortunate, maybe you can go help them out. Again, share it within your circle. Even if you have dissenting opinions, let's talk about it. Don't just stay to yourself. Don't have no echo chamber. I'm not here to cancel you. I'm here to build. Saadiq Ranks, a creative and corporate. I will see y'all next week. Make sure y'all share the video. All love, man.